Most people have probably heard by now about Holland Anvil's announcement that they were going to shutter and sell off their remaining inventory. And now I'm not a blacksmith. In the last 6 months, I've taken some blacksmithing classes and I've made a few trinkets and been playing around with it and I've destroyed a lot of steel. Mostly been making mistakes, but even as not even a hobbyist, just someone who's a newbie to blacksmithing, trying to learn more about it, even I was saddened at the news of Holland Anvils. At one of the classes I took, the primary anvils we used were Holland Anvils, and it's kind of the anvil I learned on. So all along I had hoped to buy one of their larger anvils if I ever decided that blacksmithing was a hobby I would pursue. Well, they did have a restocking. I'd previously bought this block and haven't used it yet. That's how new it is for me. And recently Holland announced they were going to have a restock, and so I picked up the waddle bowl and some stickers. Kind of fun are these bookends. And my favorite thing about the bookends was how they described how the work surface is not designed or not hardened, and it's not a work surface you can do anything with. So they want to warn you to not bang away at the top of your bookend. But they look nice. I kind of wish I would have picked up a second pair. I certainly have plenty of use for them here in the shop. But what I'm most excited about, even though I don't really, again, as a hobbyist, I feel a little guilty buying an anvil. It's my second anvil. I bought a used Swedish anvil at an auction a few weeks ago. But I wanted to grab an anvil from Holland Anvil, and so here it is. I love that it shipped in an anvil shape. I got home and I could tell what was in the box, so it wasn't anyone's Christmas present. And the only thing I noticed in the shipping, there was a little bit of damage here to the cardboard, but I'm really looking forward to unboxing this and checking it out and adding it to, I guess now it's a collection if I have two anvils. And so I'm going to go ahead and do an unboxing here and take a look at this bad boy. Okay, let's see if I can open this up without breaking a knife or cutting my finger. Not sure if this is the best place to open it at. I'm assuming the steel for the anvil is going to be harder than the blade on this cheap knife. Looking good. That's looking pretty good so far. Let's get the rest of this box off. Holland Anvil, USA. So this is the 85-pound anvil that was in the restock. And, I'm no anvil expert. Like I said, I'm not even really a hobbyist at this point. Just trying to learn a little. Got some porosity here, I think that would be called. I wonder if that was a hole that was filled, and maybe down here. Nothing that would probably affect the use of the anvil. Hardy hole looks pretty square. To test that out. And you know, kind of what you'd expect from an 85-pound piece of steel designed to have someone beat the hell out of it. Yeah, not pleased aesthetically about that. I saw a couple of YouTube videos. One guy was really ranting and raving about porosity. And although he looked like he was a professional, so maybe he knew what he was talking about. For me, you know, this isn't probably a big deal. I'd still much rather have this than, say, some Harbor Freight anvil, which, again, for me as a beginner would probably work perfectly fine. But if I want to treat myself, I'm going to treat myself. And this is apparently, you know, it's going to be one of the last anvils sold, at least sold new, from Holland Anvil. And let's see what this thing sounds like. So my hammers that would be considered blacksmithing hammers are in my other building. So I'm just going to grab this new 2-pound cheap East Wing and just give you a little taste of how it sounds. Has pretty good rebound for, you know, considering I'm hitting it with a 2-pound hammer. I need to buy some ball bearings. That's the real test everyone does, right? Now I did notice there's burring in the hardy hole. Kind of see here at the bottom. Could clean up the bottom of both of them, both the holes. But otherwise, you know, again, it's meaningful to me because I'm just starting, and I really coveted getting a Holland Anvil, and here it is. I keep checking the website to see if they restock one of their larger anvils, but no luck yet. I do have another anvil en route, and I also caught one of the Viking anvils, which I'm not sure I'd ever really use, but might be fun to have. And yeah, so really sad to see a company like Holland go out of business. Just a sad state of affairs all around. And I'm looking forward to getting this up on an anvil stand, cleaning it up a little bit, deburring a hardy hole, and a few other spots. It could use a little refinement, but again, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm a novice, but I hope you enjoyed this. This is just the perspective of someone who knows very little about anvils or blacksmithing, but appreciates them and wants to learn more.